That's a bummer. Wait, now it works, doesn't it? But it's picking up the... Yeah, it works. Okay. Okay, it's just a bit loud. So there. Okay. Good. Audio good. Granted, I have monitoring now, so let's see if. All right. Right. So, sorry about that. All the settings have somehow gone amiss. Little bit of noise, but I hope that my microphone doesn't die halfway through. I can't find my glasses, but I think I'll be fine. So, another monthly update. This time we are, in fact, a day late. Definitely not a dollar short, but I was traveling yesterday, so I really didn't feel like doing a stream yesterday after driving for about 6 hours and getting to it. So yeah, so we're doing the monthly update now. Still could wait for people to show up, and I need to do some promotion here. Go to the channel and make sure that I share this as well to other sites. You know, it's all about that social media game here, and making sure that I put it on a page I manage and put it on IP Guitars. Prime streaming the monthly update streaming live YouTube. Join in on the fun. I need to stop typing during streaming because the keyboard is probably very loud. So publish that. There we go. Alrighty. So, how is everybody who is joining on the stream? We are going to be going over quite a lot that this month had in store. First and foremost, we actually, I guess, the biggest thing about this month is that I finally finished up the prototype guitars from 2019 that got started in 2019. I finally had the actual funds and ability to go ahead and finish them up. So I thought that it would be fun if we just kind of go through each of the guitars. I'll start with this one, and I'll explain one of the things about it, or a couple of things about it. So let's switch to the close-up cam here. So this is the first, or one of the first proper dataless prototypes. This is the Resin River dataless. It's got a spalted and flamed birch top, and a resin river that goes through. It is transparent, but you can kind of see it. The stain on there is pretty dark. Granger hardtail bridge, Seymour Duncan hot rodded pickups, ebony fretboard with flame maple binding, a 3-piece walnut neck, 2-piece ash body with the screaming green stain on it. It is an acrylic high gloss finish, and all of them are strung up with Diodarios NYXL 1046s, Schaller strap locks, Lumenlay side dots, Schaller M6 locking tuners, a brass nut, and a HV150 frets, if I remember correctly. Now, this guitar in particular, I'm going to go back to the close-up in a minute, but this guitar in particular has issues. Quite a few. And you can tell that it was made back in 2019 or started in 2019. There's a lot of things about it that I still want to change. First and foremost, I don't know what happened to my clear coat supplier and their products, because they used to be absolutely phenomenal, fantastic. Never had any issues with them. But nowadays, they've turned somewhat sticky to the touch, or after a while they get very sticky. So I've now gone and got a new high gloss that I use for guitars up until I find one that works for me. For the time being, I don't really want to do high gloss finishes. I usually opt for true oil finishes, just because that's what I like more. But if high gloss is going to be in order, I might have to not go with acrylic and will go polyurethane until I find a suitable acrylic finish that I like. So, things that are kind of wrong with this one. Let's go back to the close-up. And this is one of those things where it's like I usually try to be very upfront about issues and things that need fixing, because I don't see a point in trying to be deceptive, I guess it would be a right word, toward what the guitar has to offer. So, one of the things that I did with all these three guitars, which I thought was a brilliant idea at the time, was putting in the retainer bar with threaded inserts. Now, the threaded inserts are just press fit inserts, so of course when you put the retainer bar on and the strings on, the strings just pulled the inserts out. So as you can see there, went back to screws and will plug those holes up. I think you can see it. But for this guitar, doesn't matter, because I need to redo some of the finish on it anyway. The bridge, as you can see, the saddles are way too high, which means that there's something up here. What I figured out was that the fretboard is just way too thick. So I'm going to be pulling out the frets, sanding down the fretboard a good lot more to get it a bit thinner, refret it, and then perhaps might still need to make a small, like, mil or half a mil shim underneath the bridge. So it's going to be ebony shim underneath there. Sucks to do that, but unfortunately that is what needs to be done to this instrument. However, that's all the fixing that it needs. I mean, just redoing the fretboard a little bit, new frets, refretting, finishing, just refinishing it so that I might get it a bit more high gloss and to get the resin a bit more see-through. I think it's all going to pull together and be that much better of an instrument. Then we have the denim Icarus. Now, this denim Icarus is sold. It is currently not in stock anymore. This is going to a good home soon, and I am very happy about that, and I hope that the new owner will be very pleased with it as well. So let's go over some of the details on this one. It is a Carillion birch top, ash body, 3-piece walnut neck, Carillion birch veneer binding with Lumenlay side dots, ebony fretboard, same frets, Once again, Ranger Hardtail Bridge, Hot Rodded Seymour Duncan pickup set, and I forgot to mention on the data list, but this does have the exact same, or all of them have the same layout control-wise. So volume, push-pull to call split, 3-way toggle switch, and a tone. Barrel jack, Schaller strap locks, and Schaller locking tuners, brass nut. And yeah, this one, yeah, oddly enough, was not one of my favorite guitars, but I've grown to like it quite a bit. I'll go through one of the other ones still, and then there's some very cool things about all these three guitars that I will go over, that some people who follow on Instagram might have already seen. Then, the Bubinga Icarus, which I might add, this one is in stock and it is for sale. So let's have a closer look. It is a Bubinga top, older body, Bubinga back plate, true oil finish just as on the denim, ebony fretboard, Bubinga binding, Seymour Duncan hot rodded set, except this time covered with gold, a Schaller 6D bridge with the roller saddles, same layout, so push-pull volume for split, 3-way toggle, tone, and barrel jack. Ebony fretboard, I don't know if I mentioned that, nickel silver frets, HV50 symptom, retainer bar, brass nut, Schaller M6 locking tuners, 3-piece walnut neck. And this guitar, this I love, and it's gonna be, I really hope that this gets a nice good home soon enough, because it is a killer instrument. I really like it quite a lot. Now, something very important about all these three guitars is that yes, they are finished. Yes, the videos are going to be coming out of all these three sooner, hopefully, rather than later. I still got to finish the GGBO 2022 video series. I just exported the newest one, so there's going to be 2 or 3 episodes still of that. Then the Celeste Master Edit will be coming out. That's going to have 2 different versions, so it's going to be probably the longest video I've ever made, which is a bit over 2 hours. And then I thought I'd try a build video where there's no talking, it's just me building the guitar. So that's going to be coming out too. Yeah, so these 3 guitars, plus the Celeste, all got demoed a little while ago. And I'm just going to pause the music because I'm going to share the screen here. Just give me a sec while I find the video. Alright, so we do need to go over here. It is in the Instagram videos. Of course it is. So, a lot of you might have seen this already, but I'm going to share it nonetheless. Just make sure that I get this up. So, need to skip ahead a little bit. So, all 4 guitars got demoed by the guys in Bloodblind. So there's the Celeste. There will be more extensive videos coming up as well. So there was this playthrough where we played through one of the Bloodblind songs, but we also went through and covered clean tones and high gain tones for all 4 instruments and went through every setting that they have. And I can't wait to release those because, yeah, all of them have very distinct characteristics. It was very cool to see and make these videos. I'm very happy with the end result and kind of this new style of, or new style for me for demoing guitars. So yeah, I look forward to releasing them, putting them out for you. Just gonna get a few videos out of the way first. I really need to get like a switcher for different videos, so I don't need to do it manually. There we go. And then I need to. There. Maybe that's good. Right. Is that, yeah, that is. So I can turn this off. I don't know what that would be doing. Yeah. Sorry about all the technical difficulties this stream. It's not not ideal and making me paranoid about checking audio levels all the time. Yeah, everything's fine. Anywho, in other news, like I said, this has been a very productive month. So finished up long overdue projects, and I also went ahead and finally continued on a very old project, which is the After Hours guitar, which is my personal 7-string build that I'm working on. And I have been working on since 2016. It's called After Hours because I was working on it after hours of working at Crimson Guitars. The name doesn't really apply anymore, but you know, I'm not going to switch it halfway through the series. But I did get started on the fretboard. So it is a Bubinga and ebony fretboard, and it kind of transitions from one to the other. And this fretboard is based on the I Film Museum in Amsterdam. Went there, saw the wall that had this pattern on it, and immediately thought of, hey, I could turn that into a guitar fretboard. So that's what's happening with this one. Glad to finally get this one going. It has been a long time coming, and I can't wait to actually work on it more. For those not in the know, let's show kind of what's up with this build. Very much inspired by the Devin Townsend Stormfender guitar. So like that, a walnut and maple neck. Neck pocket isn't quite ready yet, but just kind of press it in place. Yeah, like that. So this is going to be my personal guitar. Still a good bit of carving to go on the top, the back here, and all the carving to do on the back. And it does have a Bubinga back plate, which is somewhere in there. I'm not going to dig it up right now. Fretboard will probably have Bubinga and ebony as well for the binding. Haven't really figured out which way I'm going to do it, but something like that. Yeah, but this is going to be cool. This is a, I believe, sycamore body. It was really funny because I was asking what woods I could use while at Crimson, and they were like, okay, well, you see that wood on the top there, go and have a look. You can get a bit of that. So it's a one-piece body. And then I brought it over, and they were like, Jamie was wondering, is that flame on there? If it's flame, you can't have it. But then Ben and I believe Christopher were like, yeah, I don't know if it's flame. Or maybe not Christopher, maybe it was Tom. And somebody else. And they were just like, yeah, I don't think it's flame. It's just bandsaw marks, basically, from the mill. Well, lo and behold, I chopped it down, planed it up, and because they had already told me that I could have it, they couldn't go back on it, but this is ridiculously flamed. And it's gonna be so cool. Originally it had a top, but because the figuring on it was so cool, I am not putting a top on this. So it's slightly, I believe, spalted or something, sycamore, and it's gonna look freaking fantastic once I get it done up. But this absolutely does not have any type of deadline to it, so I'm gonna work on it when I have time to work on it. Currently I have the Icarus and the Daedalus for the Bloodline guys, which I'm going to show because last time I only showed you pictures of, so now I can actually show you the physical guitars and how they are looking. Then there is an 8-string coming up. There's a slim, thin line Daedalus coming up, and 2 basses, like I mentioned in the previous video or previous stream, as well as a secret thing. So, Monaco's Icarus, Curlian Birch top, Curlian Birch veneer top, and backplate, a linden body, which is slightly spalted. It does have flame in it that you can't see right now. 3-piece maple neck, ebony fretboard, and veneered headstock to match the top. This thing is a beaut. The neck is a little different of a shape because I wanted to have the right type of shapes, and that's ambrosia maple. It's not, it's just ambrosia. I know what the guys like, so this neck is very much Monaco in a way where it has a little bit more of a flat back than what I'm used to. It's a little tiny bit thinner than the necks that I usually make. And then Yoni's Daedalus has a neck that is more akin to what I usually make and a bit rounder, which has a flame birch top, full top. It's going to have an Evertune, as you can see. It's going to have, oh yeah, the other one, the Icarus, that has a Fishman Fluence Modern in the bridge. It only has a bridge and a single volume. This will have volume and 3-way selector. Seymour Duncan Distortion, Seymour Duncan Jazz, JB Jazz, yeah, in the neck. Ebony fretboard, white binding. Both of them have luminlay side dots. This will have some inlays that I'm working on currently. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Headstock plate to match, 3-piece maple neck, 2-piece ash body, and back plate to match the top and the headstock veneer. These are going to be absolutely killer for sure. Let me get you some of the inlays that I'm working on for this, or one of them. So this is going to have, this is the bigger one, mind you. This is the bigger inlay of the ones that I'm making, but I wonder if you can even see that. Come on, focus. Damn you. Come on. Well, it is a little ace of spades, about 8 mil big, and I'm making the 8 mil versions, and there's going to be 6 mil versions of this very same inlay. So wish me luck on that, because that's a lot of work. I had asked. Now, the format of this entire stream is still kind of trying to find itself, and I should have streamed either late last night or early this morning, and I'm going to try and do that coming up, but one of the key elements of this is me asking people on Instagram to send questions, but because the stream schedule is not quite as defined, I didn't get enough responses to kind of like go through right now, which is a shame. I mean, you can't win. And honestly, this stream might end up being a little shorter, and I might have to just next month at the end of April really knuckle down and make sure that this stream goes swimmingly and schedule it. I think later in the night would be best for me. Just gonna check what day. So April 30th is a Sunday. Okay, so early Sunday morning I will do the stream. It's gonna really depend on the day, but I will try to do it early in the morning so I catch a lot of people because most of my viewers are from the States. So the higher likelihood of people watching from there would be either really, really late for me or really early in the morning for me. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But I can't really think about things that are in the works. I mean, there's always things in the works, but I guess the main thing was that the prototypes are finished. Celeste build video basically finally finished, and I can't wait to start putting those out because that's going to be fun. Demos to come, more videos to come, and yeah, a lot of building to do. I need to go and buy some wood next week because yeah, there's a couple of deadlines that need to be met with the base build in particular that is aimed to be finished toward the end of June. So it's gonna be I almost forgot. Now the Yamaha that I made or customized for Neela of Cyan Kicks, that got finished up, and I can show you some pictures of it being used live because it went to be a secondary live guitar, and essentially here's some pictures. Let me just make sure I'm on track. A couple of pictures, you can see it here. There it is, all in full glory. It's got the LED lighting, and let's see if there's another one. The Daedalus that Neela also has was in for some repairs. The nut on it completely got demolished. It shattered into so many pieces, and it wasn't keeping tune because of it. So made a new brass nut and fixed up the Evertune that had some issues on it, cleaned it up, and made it work better now for their current tour going on. And it's going to be the Daedalus, and then the Yamaha is going to be the secondary backup guitar. So that is very, very cool indeed. Let's see if I can find some. I think that I'm waiting still to see more pictures of it coming up, or videos, or anything at all. But I do have. Oh, let's not show you that. Give me a sec. Yeah. People on Instagram would have already seen more pictures of this and more footage of it, and there's probably a lot more coming up as pictures and videos and stuff like that from gigs get published. But I am so happy with that guitar. It turned out a lot of fun, and now that their new album's entire theme is very pink, it fit very well, because we came up with the color way before they came up with the new album covers or new album colors and stuff like that. So very cool. And yeah, I need to think of something fun to do when there's 2 milestones coming up. So the Instagram page is about to hit 1,000 followers. We're a little bit over 100 away, or a little bit under 100 away, which I hope will get fulfilled soon. So please do help out with that. I will come up with something very, very fun to celebrate that fact. But also, as you can see right down, right down here. So we are 36 people away, 36 subs away from hitting 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now I need to make some more videos because, well, I haven't been putting out videos enough. So once I start putting out more and more videos out, I hope that will also help with the amount of subscribers that this channel already has. Every single one of you, I appreciate so much, because it does mean a lot. This entire channel has completely blown up. The amount of orders I have has blown up. And, ooh, which brings to mind, going on tangents. I really need to start writing this stuff down. But, yeah, so all the builds that I have currently in progress are pretty much very well scheduled. And I believe I should be able to start opening up build slots for 2024 very soon. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. I will be exposing all the details about that as they come to light and as I think of them. But for the time being, it's still a little further away now. Yeah, kind of a quiet stream, this one. That's just due to scheduling issues. This is coming at a very bad time in a way. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, come back at a better time, and thank you for watching probably the VOD.